Around's their target. And even though they have this three-man cohort wrapping around the A site, you know what they're about to sink their teeth into. It should be Fallen. He's looking to lock down the banana. It's got a little bit of cover, but he's also got the flank. coldzera's here to help him, and they could effectively cut this split off in half. They have. MIBR look poised for a pistol, but it's Glaive and Zipex to try and clutch.
Oh man, small timing here with the smoke down. They can actually go and try to get a bomb plant. Glaive can hold this down. He knows he's got a bunch of opponents. It's actually all 5 of MIBR behind the smoke, and now they've been activated. Bomb gets planted. They'll try to take after plant spots, but they need to make sure they get kills first.
Yeah, they come in as a waterfall. Zipex on the fountain, catching just one by surprise. Then MIBR have realized. Molotovs may shake Fallen out of his position. Utility's heavy on the entrance, but Device turned away immediately. Stu with the first one. Fallen continues the spray, but it's Derek with a couple kills on the kill feed. Zipex falls, and it's MIBR still.
And it looks like they want to move fast. Through with smoke, up bracket.
Blinding flashback versus the hopper back. Swag caught, but he's replaced by Stewie. Good damage control as he picks up one, and all the while, we've got Tarek with eyes on bomb, or so they were. He's smoked off, and he's going to opt to go right through it, catching Glaive with his back turned and pushing it just to Device. An anti-eco is successful, and MIBR on fire. He'll just cool his jets and ask for Tarek to come over. That's the reason they locked down the B site previously. The flash from Tarek's good for just one, but an effective trade frag from Astralis keeps this even, 3 apiece. And coldzera spots a smidgen of Zipex. That's all he needs. Oh! The flick from Swag's right there. And Magic's left limping on 20 HP. No information nor teammates nearby.
Yeah, and it was made at 3v3 for a second, but the reason that coldzera was so concerned about the fact that someone might be in halls is because they went and took the risk of getting that information early. Swag, rare sight, actually falls for a shoulder peek here as Magis gets the better of him, but he's on such low health, he can't even track this guy down. They can evacuate the site and still have him closed off on an angle, and Swag falls back to a new one. Finally, not going to be the easiest anti-eco, but an anti-eco still.
Yeah. Again, closer corner from Tarek. Nice little readjustment on the aim. And Fallen doesn't want to be slain, so he just falls back, ejects. And that's been just this consistent issue with the B site, is the pace of which the CTs just dip and dodge back to safety. And Astralis will find no safety. There's so much presence here from MIBR. Not to mention Fallen just tucked away in the corner. He's going to duel off versus Dupree, who does get the best of him, and Stewie can't handle the M4. So as Dupree jumps over the smoke, he gets the info, knows, but can't sustain Swag, who just comes flying around the corners, looking for yet another kill. In fact, it's just Swag left over. This would be an upset from Astralis. If they can work these pistols into a round on the board, what a way to finally crack the spree and extinguish the flames of an on-fire MIBR. He's got the kit and he's got a smoke to work with. Knows there's someone back there but can't figure it out. So Magis peeks wide and it's Astralis. Meanwhile, look at Dupree.
They know he's here though. Oh my god, he gets away with another one.
Just hits cold in the back. Now Zipex prepared for the smoke push. Swag's gonna try to put rounds through it, but that's not gonna stop anything. This is Astralis' 3rd on the board. Seemed like they had that defense in position, but a slippery tongue from both Magisk and Dupree.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, 2 hot individual plays. I'm so surprised that coldzera of all people got caught off guard in that moment, just because they know how often Dupree is at top mid. And if he goes up against the wall to clear that angle, Dupree cannot hide. His AK is sticking all the way out. His left arm, excuse me, is going to be visible as well. So I'm surprised that you know, that they didn't fully make sure that he wasn't there. There's Tarek to get a couple of kills, and these ones are actually so important because if you look at the last round, they were down to just 2.
Sink their teeth into this A site, which just means coldzera alone in pit, but good support from Tarek. Oh. Now he's going to use the utility to try and disrupt the push, but it doesn't come at the right timing. And so it's a continuous trade back and forth, 3v3 with all 3 Ts on this A bomb site, and Swag's going to get burned out of the corner if he didn't have that smoke. Thank goodness. A saving grace for him as Astralis pump the brakes and plant their bomb. But they're pinned in. They've lost control of all the remaining portions of this map. And Stewie's ready to strike off of the balcony. He's going to extend outwards, exposing himself to Dupree. And if he doesn't anticipate this, it could be a problem, but it's not! MIBR! So, again, you just said aggression, but it's got to be calculated and not caught off guard. Tarek now in a very real problematic situation. He's pinned in from both directions, flashed on top of it all, and Magis just sprays them both down. It's coldzera to try and clamber back, and an attempt to run through apps. towards Arch, though, wants to cut off any rotations, and sure enough, Stewie does arrive. But is it in time? Doesn't seem so. Another couple kills for Astralis.
Another situation, Stewie flashes for Cold. Cold turns his back to be able to peek into lane, and there's already a player on an off angle deeper than he expected and gets a kill. So that puts them in a tough spot. It looked like the rotation back was good. Cold getting that info and falling back, knowing that bracket control could be taken, was smart by him. And here's Fallen to get some, commiseration kills at the end, but it's not a round that's he's most likely going to be able to win. Bomb will go down. Glaive is the guy who crosses after a whiff shot, and he almost doesn't get away, but there's Device from the back working.
And Coldzera, who's even closer than Dupree's initial target, could have swung out on him, could have caught him by surprise, but instead Stewie, who is just back behind the fountain. Now there's a flash going down that does not hit the face of Glaive. Fallen, caught right through smoke. And now Dupree wants nothing to do with this A site. They realize B is free for the taking.
And it's different players showing up at different times on B. Sometimes Stewie gets his kill, sometimes Stewie dies first, and then both players die, or Fallen goes out and gets a frag, but then gets killed. So it's never been two players to get 3 or more kills and just have a straight up solid hold. They played kind of the early rounds really well, but beyond that have had struggles. And that's one site that they haven't had to change in terms of who's playing it. So not firing on all cylinders by any means. 1v3 here. The swag ends up going down. Both players killed in the rotate. No chance to go for the retake.
Breeze through the entirety of Blast. This would put them 4-0. But let's go. We've got a second pistol underway. It's MIBR already being dispatched of. Glaive just executing them from the apartments. Magisk taps into the skulls as well. This could be a beauty of a pistol as all of Astralis survive, it seems. But Swag takes one back. And if only he had the bomb to plant on B.
Yeah, that could have been nice. Now he's got to run the gauntlet to try to find a USP if he can find it. And shut down 4 players all hiding around corners. We haven't had an operation, but this certainly feels like one.
He's going to jump down and knife him. Okay, I thought it was going to happen.
But Glaive understands the timings really well. He's going to be able to avoid most of his damage, and even finds an opening where a nade comes his way, but he sees that as an opportunity, a door opening.
While they do lose Stewie in the backlines, they do still have a good chance to just pop in. Talking about getting caught with nades. Magisk not punished for that. He is lucky to be alive. Good job by Dupree, just calling away the attention, giving him that moment of cover he most certainly needed. But here comes Father Fallen, prying eyes from the skies as he plucks Magisk out of the pit. And now it's Coldzera to add yet another to the kill feed. This is still doable, but the problem now is the fact that they are entirely swarmed upon. Back on MIBR's waning few chances. Device clears Stewie immediately. That's again one of these moments where you have a 4-1 setup coming out for MIBR and they lose that tail end. That one-off piece of the puzzle, and Device knows it. Look how the way he's just aggressively prying down Banana. He'll gobble up all the information and control he can.
Love the way that MIBR are constantly abusing arch control above all else and then getting into CT and trying to make moves from there, but there's so much damage dealt before the actual execute comes out that it becomes hard for them to bring the rounds to a close. Now here, they have created a way to clamp down on a site, but Dupree is too fast on the trigger. Xipix as well gets a headshot, and Tarek at least trades out, but it's 2v4. 40 seconds up in no man's land. It's good to be in CT, but not when you don't have players to help you crunch.
Yeah, and with Device knowing already there was nobody down Banana, he can confidently come right back, and it's the 1-2-4-4. Oh man, he wants more. He's going to extinguish the flames, and then Slade's Fallen. Follow up with additional kills straight through smoke. Oh no, Swag! Might not be invited for the next blast. But due diligence. They will still hold their ground at the bottom of Banana. They just want their bomb back. It is theirs, after all. Can they surpass Dupree? And can they do that before Magisk strikes from behind? Because he's sniffing down mid at the moment.
Might not be the king of bananas, but he loves them.
They have it. They clear him. They try. More damage. Damn. How does he play this? 45 seconds up.
This is definitely comfort zone for Swag. The problem is with an op in CT, there's no way to bait this. Oh, yeah. And the device, you know, plays a big chill-in. And what could potentially be the final round of the game. Zipic starts it off with a fantastic spray. 2 kills for him, and he gets away clean.
Just looking to make mincemeat of what remains here of MIBR. Such a hot start to this match. That aggression turned back, and now they continue to topple. coldzera and Fallen. The remaining Brazilians of MIBR will peek around the corner and fall at the feet of Astralis.